Hi everybody out there in PressForTruth.tv land. My name is Bryan Law and I'm going to be joining Dan Dix on PressForTruth.tv occasionally from time to time just to bring some video updates and also just to add more content to the website because Dan's out there every single day doing this all day long, and he can't cover every single topic that's coming up in the media properly, so we often choose one topic that would be appropriate for a vlog that day. And sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on, especially these days with everything that's going on in Greece and Montreal and post G20 here in Toronto. There's a lot of reports coming out, and there's just a lot of information that's coming out that needs to be covered. That we figured, well, I might as well do an occasional update as well on topics that Dan either doesn't have time to cover or he's got other stuff that he needs to cover that's just more prudent at that moment. For people who don't know me, a little background information on me so that people understand who I am and kind of how I came about to be involved with Press for Truth. I went to film school at Confederation College, graduated there in 2005, and I work in the film industry on commercials and film sets and basically any sort of union show that shoots in Toronto and in the surrounding area. I'm a video technician on those shows, and that's kind of my expertise. That's my slave job, so to speak. But my real passion is doing this work with Press for Truth, and I got involved in that with Dan in around 2007. I met Dan for the first time. This was after I had seen some clips online of the Sûreté de Quebec police officers at Montebello who were undercover trying to incite violence at the SPP rally. And this kind of woke me up to what was going on in society, because my father's a retired police officer of 33 years. So I had been around police ever since I was born, and I had never really seen that side of it, that police would actually be the ones trying to incite violence in a situation to allow for a clampdown on things like protests or any sort of dissent that's going on. And I felt that it was important to kind of get involved in some way, and that's how I come to meet Dan at Press for Truth and start working with Press for Truth. And since then we've done there's four feature films that Press for Truth has done. Stephen Davies directed, and Dan Dix produced The Nation's Deathbed, which was kind of one of the first films I saw that woke me up to a lot of this stuff that was going on. Then we worked on a film called United We Fall, and that was one that I directed and produced and edited. Dan produced it as well. The three of us worked on Into the Fire. That was one that I edited and produced, and Dan directed and produced. Stephen Davies produced it. And we also worked on the latest one, which was the 9/11 DVD, the Toronto hearings on 9/11. And that's available on the website. It's a great DVD, very informative for people who haven't seen it yet. I would recommend to check that out in the high-quality download section. So I came to be involved with Press for Truth through that manner, and I just feel like it's important to keep up to date with all of the stuff that's going on around us. So I'm going to be coming to the website to do a variety of vlogs on different topics that I happen to see, that, like I said, that we just don't have enough time for one person to cover everything. So I thought I would tackle some of the other topics that you see in the corporate controlled propaganda outlets, like the newspapers, the magazines. Sometimes you just hear it on the radio driving to work, and you hear something on the radio about a topic that you could speak on, and you're just frustrated that there's not really any outlet for individuals to speak on this. But with Press for Truth, this is citizen-based media. This isn't something we get paid to do. This is more of a passion, almost I would say even a compulsion to do something like this. So I'll leave everyone with that for the first vlog, just to let people know who I am, and that I will be coming to you guys, giving some updates and some truth, just like Dan's doing, and trying to help promote this site and help to make PressForTruth.tv the front line of the info war here in Canada. because it's important that we all keep fighting this, and it's important that we all keep, as Dan always says, keep fighting the good fight. So I'll see everyone later, and we'll start discussing some good topics in the weeks to come.